Hey you, it's your girl Amaka coming through. If you're new, click the subscribe button and smash that like button. It won't cost you nothing. So if you've never been to Nigeria, or if you've not heard, like, the prices of things are going up ever since the whole NSARS thing. It's like prices are skyrocketing for some reason. So it's like I want to talk about that and how that really affects the mental stability, the mental wellness, the emotional wellness of Nigerians, because literally no one talks about these things. Don't know why no one talks about these things, like it's unimportant, like it literally cannot affect your entire life. It can really affect your entire life. Imagine someone who's depressed. Obviously that affects his entire life. So does it really affect them, or doesn't it affect them? Because it feels like no one talks about it and it's non-existent. Because people think it's non-existent doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? Doesn't mean it's not there. Doesn't mean it cannot affect your entire life. Let us look at how these things kind of affect people. Because, for example, prices go up, crime rates go up, and everyone is feeling unsafe, and there's like people are feeling unsafe. Some of the ways that this can affect people mentally is: one, feeling of unworthiness. People that, of course, like now things are going up, the poor is getting poorer, the people who are struggling are getting poorer, and you can make people, like the breadwinners and the people that actually have jobs and all that, to feel unworthy. Because when you're lacking, when you can't really afford the basic things that would keep you comfortable, obviously you would not feel the best. That your environment affects your stability, obviously. So if you're living in lack, or you're living in management, and you're not living the way you want to, obviously you feel unworthy, especially if you're comparing yourself to other people, or other people that maybe this economy is actually favoring them and they're actually getting richer, and you just feel like you're worthless. You can't do what other people are doing, or you're not providing the best for yourself and your family. So that really just makes people feel kind of unworthy, worthless, like you're just nothing, and it promotes that stigma. Because feels like things are getting more expensive, and everything feels like it's like a gold mine to even get foodstuff. So in that aspect, you can see how this can actually be affecting people, especially breadwinners and people that are not really all that financially stable even before the economy. So yeah, that's the first one. The second one is poverty causes depression. That's the truth. If you're living in poverty, you cannot even provide basic things for yourself and your family. You can barely even think about where your next meal is coming from. That's like the worst kind of like situation to live in, because you can't even think about where your next meal is coming from for you and your family, especially if you have children. Like, I can't even imagine how okay, I'm not even going to imagine how that people like that live, but like that feeling of lack, that feeling of not having enough, not even having anything to like sustain yourself, or not even having like to keep for yourself and your family and the people that you care about. You cannot be happy in that situation. Obviously there's a lot of external factors bringing you down. That people like that can so easily slip into depression. Like, what's even the point of even struggling? I can't even figure out where my next meal is coming from. I can't even figure out how to get money. I can't even figure out how to take care of my children and all that stuff. I just really pray, and I pray that like God helps such people, because really literally it's so easy to just give up and just be like, what's in this life, and just like slip away. Lack causes feeling of anxiety, unworthiness, depression, melancholy. Like we talked about earlier, when you're living in lack, you can't even afford the basic things for yourself. You can't feel worthy. There's no way you can have that internal feeling of like worthiness, like yes, I'm worthy of this. You can't feel that way, because obviously you cannot cater for yourself, and it's like lots of external factors. Your environment is not favorable. There's no way you can actually be happy, or at least in any form of have any form of peace, because it's like lots of things constantly against you. you have a lot of factors against you. The increase in prices causes like increase in crime rates, because obviously people don't have, and the people that don't have jobs or have nothing they're doing can easily just slip into crime, stealing, killing, molesting, all this stuff, just so that they can get by, because obviously they need to get by for themselves as well, since no one else is going to help them. Since the economy is against them, crime rates go up. Crime rates like results to increase in fear, anxiety. People are fear and anxious. They're scared and they're anxious, and it's like everybody's living in panic, and you know how that goes. It's not a stable environment, and it's not stable for anybody's. It's not a very stable environment for you to thrive, for you to be happy, for you to feel at peace. It's not a very stable environment. So yes, those are some of these ways that I feel like the economy of Nigeria just affects Nigerians. Thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and that's it for today. We are done, and I'll see you in my next one.